I think obvious shooting. One of, I think, the better shooters in the NBA. And the way the game is played now, you stretch the floor, and I think it opens up a little bit more for the guys we have, for the type of athletic players we have who sometimes want to attack the rim. So spacing the floor, reliable shooter.
Was there a lot of interest in Bargnani when you were looking to shop him?
I don't know if I was looking to shop him, but you know what? I think it was a situation where it was time. You know, if we all moved on, and yeah, you know, there are a couple teams that want that kind of player. You know, he's a Novak type guy too. You know, he was the #1 pick of the draft, and he's a stretch four, and sometimes does a little bit more. So there was some interest, and we just tried to sieve through it to see what was best for the Toronto Raptors.
So what was ultimately the biggest problem? Is that you said sometimes does a little bit more, not doing that little bit more consistently over his X number of years here?
Yeah, you know, I think he always had spurts of, you know, like where he showed brilliance, good, and showed a complete game, and then sometimes, you know, like he struggled, you know. So I just felt, you know, it just came a point in time where, you know, where both sides we move on and start all over again, you know, and figure it out.
Can you speak to the background of this trade and when the Knicks first expressed interest in Andrea?
We started talking, you know, I think it was probably around the draft, at draft time, you know, so you kind of sit and they think about it, we think about it, and we try and go through the process and see, you know, what we went through our process to see what helps our ball club, and we thought we can get a couple picks and get a shooter and a couple players out of it, and we're good to go.
Do you know, have you made a decision moving forward with Camby or Richardson?
No, we're still weighing our options, you know, seeing obviously, you know, we don't know what trades will come up in the next few days, or buyout, all those options, you know, are going to weigh and see, and we'll make a decision and do what's best for the Raptors.
Is that the same thing for Quentin as well, or are you just talking about Marcus?
I think same thing for him too.
Okay. Expecting an amnesty decision or wait right till the end of the deadline?
I think the smart way to do it would be to wait. You know, we haven't made a decision yet, but you don't know. We don't know what kind of trades will come our way, or next 4 or 5 days. I think you'll be able to tell, because a lot of the free agents are gone now, and teams will be looking to make decisions. So.
Steve talked about possibly playing with Tyler Hansbrough. Will he be a Toronto Raptor?
Well, we're hoping, and we're hoping. It's one of those things in the NBA where you've agreed and you hope, you know, like it goes. Yeah, we're optimistic it'll go our way, and we'll get him down here.
Sorry, what's the issue? What's the hold up on it?
There's no hold up. There's nothing at all. We've agreed, and you know, it's just until in business until you sign. I don't want to talk about it because you never know.
Is it at the league for approval or something?
Yeah, we're working through it.
In regards to the addition of Nick Nurse to the coaching staff, what does he bring to the table? What does he bring to the staff?
He's like studying Nick Nurse. He's a very good X and O's guy. I think he's good experience with working on Houston and their offense, and doing a lot of stuff in the D League. I think we became comfortable, and when I played in England, I actually played against Nick Nurse. He coached Birmingham, and I played for Derby, and I kicked his butt. So, no, but he's X and O's guy, and he's very. I think he's one of those up-and-coming coaches, and we felt confident that he could bring something good to the table. Good offensive coach.
Timeline on the rest of the staff, the rest of the
next few days. Next few days, we got a couple guys meeting with Coach Casey, and we feel good about it, and hopefully in the next couple of days.
So the direction that Boston seems to have gone in, and Philadelphia, has that changed your calculations at all as to what other teams in your division are doing?
No, not really. I think we're weighing all the options, and I don't know what direction that is. People call it tanking. Hey, what rebuilding? That's what we're allowed to say. I'm not. I'm looking at this situation and seeing we're going to take it as it comes and see what comes our way, and we're going to be aggressive out there. But we also owe it to see what we have on our team instead of doing something stupid, quickly. But if something reasonable comes our way and we feel that it's something that's going to help the Toronto Raptors, then we'll do it. But other than this is our team, and we'll keep plugging away.
What can you tell us about Julian Stone?
Still, too, we're pending a couple things. Big point guard. Had him in Denver, and he's a defensive guard. I think we can get better defending the ball. So we thought adding that size could help us, but still pending too. We'll see how that goes once he goes through all the physicals and all that.
So did the release of the tax and cap numbers last night change your thinking in any of the process?
No, not really, because we projected. We've kind of had a feel for what it is. It's not going to change dramatically. So we had a good feel for where it was, and no, it didn't change. It didn't change any of our thinking.
That tax pyramid level?
No, nothing changed. Nothing changed.
I mean, do you see yourself needing to take a step backwards to move the whole program ahead, or could you do both?
I think it's a tough call right now. We have to continue studying the team and then studying what's out there. It's not what we're going to do, throw players away. We're not going to do that. I think winning is what you want to build around, and I think when you do that, I'm not so sure the karma is great, when you do stuff like that. But I understand the whole big picture, and we're putting all the options on the table.
Are you more clear on that than you were a month ago, or is it still fluid?
We're beginning to kind of see a little bit, and that's based on gathering as much information as you can, talking to teams and all that stuff. So you get to paint the picture a little bit in your head, but it's not. I don't think it's something I can discuss, here at this time.
How much does it complicate the picture knowing that Rudy can opt out after this year and Kyle's contract's up after this year? Those are two obviously big pieces. How much does it complicate figuring out a big picture, knowing that they could?
I think we're in a good spot. It's a good team, and you know what? If they're the pressure is on us. If they have great years, then I think they want to stay. And for me, it's a win-win situation for us. And it's a win-win situation for them too. Great years, they stay. And if it's not, then they think about it, we think about it, and we go from there. So we have to do well on the court and grow as a team, and I think that's our goal here.
Does the two players you're pursuing in free agency indicate that this team is trying to upgrade its toughness or defensive quotient heading into next season? Is that trying to set a direction?
Yes. Well, yeah, I'm tired of all this. People come here and everybody, calls the team, soft, or calls the team, pushovers, or all these stupid names they've mentioned. Yeah, you come to Canada and you come to play. That's the identity we're trying to build here. This is our team. We're in Canada. This is our team, and we're going to be tough out there.
How important is it to have a team that sort of represents the identity of the head coach?
It's very important. I think he's and for me in the job that I do, or the job that I'm put to do, it's the same thing in Denver. George Karl liked to run. You bring players that athletic players that do that, and that's my job to find him those players. And my coach here is tough, defensive-minded, and grit type guy. Hey, how to find those kind of talented players that will come and give us that. So yes, I feel it's important.
Bringing in veterans like Steve too, is that in a sense bringing in someone who can also instill that in some of the younger players and help develop them?
Yeah, well, his work ethic, and just talked to him and he told me his schedule all summer, and I was like, God, you need to slow down a little bit, but that mentality is what you want, you want guys in the gym. This is what we do, it's what we're paid for, and you go all out, and I think he's going to bring that to this ball club, and that's why he's an excellent shooter that he is.
Going back to last week's hiring, how much will it help you to be able to work closely with someone you're familiar with in Jeff Weldon?
No, it's great. He gave me a shot when I wasn't roaming the streets, but I was working for Orlando for free. But so he's great talent evaluator, I think, and really good with people. Very creative mind, I think, and very easy to work with, so he'll be good for our front office.
You mentioned not wanting to do, in your words, anything stupid or throw away any players. Mm-hmm. Yet you're new on this job. What is it difficult to not want to do more for you?
For me, patience, is the key. I think we all have to be patient. We have a good window. For a couple years here, and I think you have to. Sometimes you can't just react and try to do things just to do them. I have to see and have an understanding of the team a little bit too, and I guess we'll see from there.
So if this, you might need a third point guard or something like that, but if this were basically the team going into the year, would that be okay?
That'd be fine. It'll be completely fine.
I know you got to have dinner with Rudy a couple weeks ago when he was here. Have you gotten to talk to all of the other guys currently under
most
contract?
of them.
Yeah.
Yes, most of them. I think maybe there might be most all of them actually. Maybe one I haven't.
You brought back Jordan Taylor in the summer league team, and he had quite a defensive reputation in college. Is that what you're looking for from a third guard on this team, third backup guard?
Yes, you can go either way. I think John Lucas was great too. You can sometimes you use that position to get. I can understand the thinking, where you use that position to get a scoring type guy, and some teams do that. The Jason Terrys, those type guys, John Lucas, Nate Robinson, those type players are scorers coming off the bench. But I don't know. We'll visit with Coach Casey, and we'll still, try to evaluate what we need coming off the bench. And is it a playmaker, a scorer type guy? a defender again. We'll figure that part out.
So, I mean, if this is roughly your group, what would be your expectations of that group?
I have no expectations. And we just let it play. We're a win-win. Whatever happens, whatever happens.
Wins already.
Yeah, it's a win for us. Whichever way it goes, we're happy with it. As long as we grow as an organization, I think we have to show passion. We have to show growth in some ways, and show direction too. Like which eventually, like it'll show. And I think. A win-win for us.